Hello, welcome to the Script Story with Queen Viola, and of course you make sure you subscribe. That is the first thing you can do, or you have to do, or you must do. And as well, make sure you check us on Facebook, Queen Viola, all social media platforms. You will get us right there. And well, with the scripts, we always get to bring public figures to come and share with us, of course, their stories. And today I am with EeZzy, and well, and I'm very glad to be joined by him today, straight away from Uganda. What's up?
What's up, man? I'm glad to be here, Queen Viola. Big up on yourself.
So yeah, let's get a quick one on who is EeZzy?
Well, EeZzy is a dancer, reggae, hip-hop artist. It's a mixture. I'm a cocktail. I'm a cocktail artist.
A cocktail of music.
Yeah, sure. I'm a cocktail of music. EeZzy is a Ugandan young artist, musician to be specific, who initially started music from the northern part of his region, his country, and then gradually spread, you know, to the country at large, and then later on spread to Africa and East Africa, you know, hoping to spread to the world, man.
Definitely, that's always the hope. So when did EeZzy start singing?
EeZzy started singing, okay, it's like two phases. EeZzy started singing the first time I ever went or stepped inside a studio. It was around 2012. Yeah, around 2012. That's when I first stepped inside studio, and it was a shock. It was new. I did not know anything. I reached a point and even asked the producer, where do I sing? Like,
wait, haven't you seen a mic before?
I did not know anything. All I knew, mics were used on stage. Now when I saw one inside, I'm like, are we going to perform the songs I used to? Yeah, so until they told me, yo, that is where you're supposed to sing, and do not sing. The first time I went on the microphone, I shouted, like, yo,
when I was in the studio.
Yeah, let's go. Like, no, this time you're not gonna perform. You're gonna sing. Like, even if you just whisper, we'll hear what you're saying. So I had to be taught a few things. The first time I went into the studio, I did not know anything, to be honest. But hey, I kept on learning. It was a process.
Okay, so like, how long did it take for you to come up with the first song?
I took.
By the way, what was it about as well?
It was the first song is always about if you're in school, it's always about stay in school. Good message, very good messages. This bend and pause things come later. when you're spoiled with fame, the ladies are there, the money is like,
there.
Hey, ladies, we splash money. When you're just joining the music, it's always calm, and you start by telling people, hey, stay in school, stay in church, pray hard, do what. When now you're inside the music industry, you said, girl, bend down, bend down.
This one has killed me. So what you're saying is right now you're doing the bend down, but by then like it was okay, you know, like a humble boy.
Right now I'm a rough rasta.
So how old, before we get to know how old the rasta is, like who inspired you to sing?
Well, I was inspired by so many artists in my country. I look up to so many. By the way, the reason why I call myself a cocktail is I picked a leaf from every single artist that I look up to. No, by picking a leaf, I don't mean I only picked good leaves. I also picked bad leaves too, and I'm like, hey, he went wrong here, so I'm not gonna do this. Most artists go wrong here, so it was like a process of learning. I looked here, looked there, looked at how many mistakes they did, or what improvements they brought into the industry, and how can I bring it up again in a better way. Yeah, so basically I came like an improvement in both the wrongs and the goods. So I was inspired generally. I would not lie. The first time I felt like I wanted to sing, it was after I was performing to a song of one artist in my country. He's called Tumbiza, hip-hop hip-hop artist. On that day, I was really, there was an event, it was, I think it was MDD in our school. So I really begged the MC to perform. They're like, what are you going to perform? I'm like, I'm just gonna do a song by Gravity. They're like, what is it called? I'm like, so just go and sing. So when people are having lunch, you know, I went on stage and no, everybody was busy. You know that lunch period, when kids are having lunch, parents are having lunch, everybody's passing around. That's when they gave me the mic. And now
you have to pay their attention.
I have to struggle and pull people's attention so that they first leave eating, sit down and watch me. You can imagine how hard that was. But hey, like I told you, as a performer, and I've always been a performer even before I thought I would ever do music. I used to perform a lot. There used to be campaigns in back then when I was still a young boy, like 5 years old, and they would come, you know, and park those big vehicles and they would start promotions and what. I would jump on stage each time they say, do we have anybody that can come and perform? And
wow, you had that much confidence.
I would jump on stage, some young boy dancing, and you know those days, the industry was rough. Like they used to bring these Congolese from Congo, and Lingala was the thing. They would come and and I would go and twist my waist, and they would give me money. Yeah, so basically.
So you started earning when you were young. That's nice.
So at that point, I think when I grew, I had my confidence at a higher level. I was not scared of nothing. You could sit 1,000 people and tell me to perform for them, I would perform. Without that is why up to now I don't need alcohol, I don't need weed, I don't need anything to go on stage, and I don't need to be high to just perform, because I started when I was young and I'm not scared of, I don't have stage frights. So I just went on stage and performed, and everybody, whoever was on the line of food, even the person that was serving stopped and paused, looked like, yo, they even put things down. And they started shouting and chanting Gravity, Gravity. From that point onwards, I became Gravity Omutuju in my school, and everybody was referring to me in that manner. And I felt so happy. Like, yo, this is fun. This is nice. I want one day to be singing my own song, and people will be shouting and replying to my song and chanting my name. The problem was looking for a name.
How did you wait? So how did you come up with EeZzy?
It's a long story.
No, it's like because
EeZzy came very late in my career.
So you had another name before?
Yeah, I had like 5 names before.
Wait, what?
Yo,
I want to know.
I'm 5 as at a point called Juggernaut.
Very rough name. Hey, like people will not know you that much. Hey, but it's a nice name. People would also want to get.
You know why I called myself Juggernaut? Because there's this movie X-Men. There's some guy that was big-headed and used to just knock through the walls with his head, and was called Juggernaut. So
but you don't have a big head.
No, I wanted to be rough, like rough. I'm like Juggernaut. And then after I called myself Lil Rizzy, I called myself Rizzy, I called myself Myth. In there, again and again, kept on changing until...
And now you're EeZzy. I think you're changing the name again.
No.
Okay.
This one is now. The other time I could change in any way I wanted, because nobody knew me. Even if I change 10 times, they would not know that this is the other one.
But now I'm now thinking of radio stations who had your name before, Juggernaut.
No. So, by then, nobody gave a damn about who you were. Like, who's Juggernaut? So
your songs were just in the studio? Just
in the studio, and just in school, people used to call me Juggernaut. You get it? My schoolmates. Yeah, basically. Okay.
Now, growing up in an African family, there should be, for people who have ever come on one-on-one talking about music, and then the parents, like, how did they take it when you decided to go and do music? My dad almost killed me. My dad was not okay with it at all. It's the opposite. Instead, I was thinking maybe.
No. My dad was not okay. The first day I even said it, I did not even say it to him. I said it to my mom. My mom was so scared. She was shocked. She was like, "What?
Music?"
I told her, "Yes. If you don't want me to do it legally, I will do it illegally." Okay. Either way, I will go and sing whether you want it or not. Yeah. So she's like, "No, I wouldn't want you to go through or down that road. So I'm gonna help you do it in a proper way." Let me leave your father to me, I'll talk to him. So that is why I told you, God created ladies for a reason. She went and sat the man down and told him, your son has decided. The man told her, yo, go and sort out your son. She like, came back to me the first time and told me things I've refused. I told her, go try again. Go. I always try telling him that I said I'll do it illegally. It's like he will kill you. I'm like, okay, what should we do? I said, don't worry, give him time. He will gradually accept. But you start doing that. Okay, your mom is also big headed. My mom said, you start. If you want, you start. I'll send you to your sister's place. You'll stay with her. She will guide you. Wait, what? Yeah, so she sent me to my sister's place, you know, and took me to school. I was still in school at that time, so I changed school and went to my sister's because she was in Kampala, the capital of Uganda. So I started studying from there, you know, as my mom is trying to convince my dad. Together with my sisters, they convinced my dad and he finally accepted. By the time he accepted, I even had like 4 songs. He's like, when did you do all this? I'm like, hey. Because they thought like you were in school, so you were in the studios. No, he did not expect. For him, he thought when he accepted, it was now the first time everything was going to happen. He told me, hey, now that you said yes, we have like 4 songs now that it's like, so you've been doing it behind my back, but by that time he had accepted already. So yeah, it was really a tough one, trying to get him to accept, but hey, he finally did. Yeah. Well, that's a nice one. So right now, as you said, you've gone to Africa, and comparing it to the EeZzy who was there, but then are there some changes? Are we saying now the EeZzy before is now also a changed guy because he has been known, like the whole of Africa has gotten to know him? Well, the only things that have changed, my walking style has changed. How do you walk now? How do you walk now? My walking style has changed. I've seen myself. There's a way I move. I move like a star now. Back then I used to move like quara any other person. I just grab my legs and just move with my CD. But now at least I've realized. But anyway, not much has changed on a serious note. I still feel like I'm the same person. I still feel like it's still the old me. You know, nothing much has changed. It's basically just fans that keep on piling themselves. You keep on adding on to new fans, and it's an overwhelming, you know, kind of feeling, you know. But there's a time also I thought to myself, how will it be, you know, when I finally pop through? Yeah, and now you are here. Now I'm here. It feels not any different from back then. I still feel like I can move with my CD and personally deliver my songs to all the radio stations, and I still do that, by the way. Yeah. So basically, it's all about. I think it's basically about how much you wanted something and how the upbringing, you know. Because my mom kept on telling me, don't let music change you, don't let fame change you, don't let fame get to your head, because that was the biggest fear of your dad. Yeah. So he wouldn't be, because my dad passed on, he wouldn't be happy, you know, wherever he is. So I keep that in my mind, you know. I keep that in my mind, and I've always worked so hard to make him proud, you know, and show him that, hey, wherever you are, I'm still representing in the right way. Yeah. Yeah. So what inspired you to do that particular song that has really made you famous, Tumbiza Sound? I mean, that song, even right now, I think we still go to clubs within Juba, like we party to that like crazy. What inspired you? You see that song? it was literally opposite of what was there anyways. Yeah, you see that song? That song, I keep on telling my countrymates that it was a dream, it was a revelation. I just woke up one day, I had a dream. And in this dream, it's not like I was singing or what. I just, you know, I was sleeping, but lyrics were in my mind. I don't know how to explain it. I woke up, you know, one of those mornings you wake up and you're happy and you wake up singing to a Celine Dion song. I woke up singing a verse, a full verse in that song. Just like that. Mitima jakaruba, tetulina bitengo, bibala tukuba, oyo covid tuamuvako. I had those 4 lines. And they were fitting in my perfect prescription. Like as looking at a description of a song I wanted, and they were fitting. So I decided to sit down and build them into a song.
Wow.
So everything happened naturally. Like I sat down, wrote those 4 lines. The rest of the lines, just came. Everything was just falling in place. I'm like, yo, this is going to be a hit. Yeah, you know, I don't know if every artist feels it, but yo, me, when I wrote that song, I typically felt it.
Like it was going to be a hit.
I felt it was going to change my life. Yeah, felt it so much, and it really did so much.
So you had issues with the government a little bit.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So people were like, they told people not to play the songs. Instead, people were getting to play the songs so much. So
you know, my government had the song. I don't think they were happy.
They were not. Because
first of all, me, I still keep on telling them they misunderstood the lyrics. Yeah, I was only being sarcastic.
They know that anyways.
I was only being sarcastic, and in my field of work, I don't know how to explain it, but there's how should I say? There's an art of bringing out a certain topic, but not directly. Yeah. It is called sarcasm. Is it sarcasm?
I think something like that.
Something like that. You bring out a topic, but in a different way, not directly, but in a different way, in a more appropriate way that you feel is gonna reach out to your fans. Yeah. If you're a comedian, you bring it in a funny way. If you're an artist, you bring it in an artistic way. Yeah. So that is why, if you listen to all my songs, by the way, if you listen to that song and you understand the lyrics, you totally misunderstand it. But if
I mean that was also most of the people were getting.
If you sit back and listen, and then first of all sit down and internalize the whole lyrics, you'd understand what I was meaning.
Well, the song is danceable, so like we're already here, and then
so
you're dancing.
People are just like, because first of all, I started by saying, Mitima Jakal, like our hearts grew strong. We don't have fear. That typically means, like, in a normal way, someone can think you're being violent. You're saying, nah, we don't give a, we don't care anymore. But in actual sense, as meaning, we are stronger now because we have learned to live with COVID. We have learned how to live with it and how to protect ourselves. We don't have fear. We don't fear COVID anymore. Yeah, like we used to fear, but we don't have fear. I did this song because there are so many people that were really traumatized in my country, mostly,
I mean, it should be worldwide.
Mostly in the remote areas of my country. Like, these guys only waited for information on radio, and remember, by that time, TVs and radios were really hailing this disease, like, yo, if you get it, you die. So many people have died. I remember Italy, at that point where Italy lost a lot of people. Imagine if you are saying these things to someone who was illiterate, who is an illiterate and doesn't understand anything. They take it the way you give it to them. If that disease scared us who are a little bit literate, even the high class people stock food in their houses, scared of how lockdown is going to be, keeping themselves inside. What about that person that was inside a village, some remote area, that really just waits for information? You get, you know how these people take things, they turn them into myths. So I did this song for them, trying to break down the whole thing and tell them COVID is not actually so bad as we think. You know, it might be bad because a doctor will know, when a doctor is injecting you, he won't tell you
that
it is going to be very painful. You're going to feel it. Just bite your teeth. No, you tell you, nah, it's just a pinch. But after doing it, he tell you, sorry, you get. So that's how you're supposed to give information to the people. Tell them the disease can kill, yes, but you can manage it. It's manageable. Just put on your face mask, sanitize, social distance, and then they'll do it. So at least this song gave people hope.
Well, kudos to your brain behind that, because you got to meet with the ministers and now you are here in South Sudan, man.
Of course, man.
So, how have you found South Sudan? I mean, so many people have been avoiding to come this side, saying it's a bad country and all that. And now you have stayed here for like a couple of days, 6 days?
Yeah, 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days, which is literally a week. So, how have you found South Sudan?
Well, you see...
I know you're sweating, so don't say it's hot.
It's a hot country, but my country is hot too. Mostly I come... Okay, South Sudan and where I come from, no difference because we have Acholis of Sudan. Yeah? So, there's no difference. It's still the same hotness and everything. But it's not what they are portraying out there. The country itself is far from what they are portraying out there. It's a peaceful country with loving people, you know. And I would gladly tell everybody out there, it is not what you guys think. It is a peaceful country with loving people and welcoming. I've been welcomed like I am their very own. Yeah. With my walking style, I still walk on the street. I just cannot wait for this to then I see how you walk. You have to tell me all those. With my walking style, I still walk on the streets, and everybody's like, "Kef." You understand? So have you learned a little bit of Arabic? Of course, man, a little bit. So most of your fans will be waiting for other hit songs to be coming up. One thing I didn't ask you earlier on was how many songs you do have, but there should be many since. Yeah, I have so many songs, so many that I can't remember. But as per now, after Tumbiza Sound, I have a song, a new song that is really making waves and controversy still in my country. I believe it's gonna go global if I probably shoot the video for it. It's called Abegume. Initially means big-headed people. You like big-headed people, I think. Oh my God! You should go back to the first name. Juggernaut. Well, in this song, it's a continuation of Tumbiza Sound. I speak of how our voices have refused, you know, to be heard. So we are just gonna do what we like, regardless. As long as we have our sanitizers, face masks on, social distancing, just do what you like. Well, I do wish you good luck with that. And yeah, we're running out of time. I think you have to be going. Do you still have some gigs around South Sudan? I still have a few gigs around. I think I'm heading to Torit. Yeah, and then after Torit, I'll be back again for like 2 other gigs. I just want to enjoy Sudan. Man, you've made a lot of money. The walking style is going to change that a lot. I believe by the time I leave here, I'll be walking on air. Hey, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a wife? Do you have a kid? Well, I have a girlfriend. Sorry, ladies. Sorry. I have a girlfriend. That is disappointing. I have a girlfriend. Yeah, I have a girlfriend, and I don't have kids yet. I'm not married. Yeah. I just have someone that I really care about. Okay, that's nice, and I wish you people all the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we did have EeZzy, who sometimes also people mistake as Mr. EeZzy, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do subscribe to my channel, and God bless you. You should try that walking style. You know it.